What's up everyone, it's Jeromeus here. In this video we're going to talk about why Seraph is not just a disappointment as a class, but perfectly represents everything that is currently wrong with Black Desert Online and Perlibis as a developer. This was supposed to be the moment, a brand new, hyped, half angelic, half demon class, massive marketing, cinematic trailers, people returning to the game just to try her out, and what did we get? A half finished, time gated, badly designed mess that somehow manages to make even BDO Mobile look better than the main game. You heard that right. The mobile version of Seraph feels like it got more love, more thought, and more respect than the PC version ever did. This is going to be brutally honest because this class is an absolute disaster and I'm tired of people defending terrible game design with copium. I'm going to break down every single problem with this class, why Perlibis dropped the ball completely, and why this might be one of the worst class releases in BDO history. And by the end, I'll be showcasing how the mobile version works and why it puts the PC version to shame as well. So buckle up because we're going deep. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest red flag. Seraph is an Ascension class and not an Awakening and Succession class like we were promised. This alone tells you everything you need to know about Perlibis' approach here. They were lazy, plain and simple. They were not ready to release this class yet, but they pushed it out anyway. Every other class in Black Desert has a fully developed Awakening, Succession and Ascension that you can switch between and play freely. Get complete, fleshed out playstyles for both weapon sets at all times. But Seraph? Nope. PA decided to experiment with this half-baked Ascension system instead of doing the work to create a proper class. This is an innovation, this is cutting corners. Now, let's talk about how this Ascension system actually works, because it gets worse. Seraph uses BSR to transform into her Ascension mode. Sounds cool? No. You only get 60 seconds. That's it. 1 minute of actually playing the class you rolled for, and then you're back to the base form, waiting to refill your BSR gauge again. Think about that for a second. The core identity of this class, the angel and demon transformations that everyone was hyped about, is locked behind the 60-second timer. You spend more time not playing Seraph's main form than actually playing it. But wait, it gets even better. You can't even choose to play both forms freely. Yes, technically you can choose which form to focus on, but once you pick one, the other one is completely locked away. If you want to try the other form, you have to reset your entire skill setup and commit to that one instead. Yeah. Some moron will say, just make a preset, dumbass. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, so you're telling me I can seamlessly switch between light and dark forms like every other class can swap between Awakening and Succession, or even just play the full Ascension mode like I'm supposed to? I'm literally forced to lock myself into one incomplete kit. How is this even acceptable? And because these two modes are split and gated from each other, one kit is always going to be better than the other. There's no balance here. It's fundamentally broken by design. Let me break down the differences. The light kit uses her main hand skills, the dark mode does not. Light mode can dash around the battlefield, dark mode cannot. Light mode has an E buff or a class buff for protection and damage, dark mode cannot access it. Yeah, it does have more damage in it, whatever. Light mode can grab opponents in PvP, dark mode cannot. Do you see the problem here? One form has essential mobility, utility, and crowd control tools while the other doesn't. This isn't about learning different playstyles. This is about one form being objectively incomplete. Perlibis essentially split one functional class into two half classes and expected us to be grateful for it. And the worst part, they are trying to force light form for PvP and dark form for PvE. This is lazy, insulting design. Both forms should be fully fleshed out for both game modes. It's okay if one performs slightly better in specific content, but completely forcing players into specific forms for specific content, that's just garbage. Here's another massive problem nobody's talking about enough. You literally cannot play the class's Ascension mode in instance game modes. AOS? Nope. RBF? Altar of Blood? Nah. Any instance PvE content like shrines? Nope. You're stuck in base form because BSR needs to fill up first, and then you can only get 1 minute before it's gone again. This is even worse for node wars and sieges, by the way. Imagine showing up to a large-scale PvP the endgame content that BDO supposedly revolves around, and your class is fundamentally weaker than everyone else's because you can't maintain your core transformation. You get 60 seconds of relevance, then you're back to being a gimped version of yourself while everyone else is playing their full kits. How did this pass testing? How did anyone at PvE think this was actually acceptable? Now, let's talk about grinding, because this is where the frustration really hits home for me personally. While grinding, I hate the fact that I have to switch back to normal mode once the BSR runs out. It's not fun. Every single time my BSR runs out, I feel like I'm downgrading the class. Like, I go from playing this beautiful, powerful angel transformation to a basic character that feels incomplete. And before anyone comments, yeah, but the BSR fills quickly and it's not that bad, stop. Stop it with the copium. This is bad design and it's not fun. I don't care how fast BSR fills, the fact that I'm constantly cycling between feeling powerful and feeling weak is terrible game design. When I'm grinding for hours, I want consistency. I want to feel good the entire time, not just during 60-second windows. Every other class in this game lets you commit to a playstyle and stick with it. Seraph makes me feel like you're constantly losing something. Oh, and let's not forget, the damage is ass. That's something that can be fixed quickly though, but right now it's ass. I'm not trying to be nice here. I'm not sugarcoating it. The numbers are bad. For a class that's supposed to feel powerful during its limited transformation windows, Seraph hits like a wet noodle. PvE can buff the numbers, sure, but that doesn't fix the fundamental design problems we've been talking about. Before we continue, let me make this statement here before I go off. I love BDO. I don't hate BDO. I hate what it became. That being said, guys, stop with the copium. This class is a disaster. I was looking for so many excuses and ways to return and play BDO, maybe even grind for 1 or 2 hours a day just to enjoy the only new content we currently have. I wanted this to work. I wanted Seraph to be the reason I came back to this game. But it feels so disgusting when I switch back from the angel form to the normal mode, and this has demotivated me once again. I keep looking for multiple ways to play this game again, but for some reason the developers are not allowing that to happen. Say what you want, I don't give a shit. This game is a shit show right now. You wanna know what really makes me angry? I looked at the gameplay of Seraph in BDO Mobile. Why in the fuck does a mobile game have this class better made than the actual desktop version? This is insanity. What are you guys doing? PvE. It's disgusting. And the worst part? The worst part is that the class actually plays amazing. The skills are great, the animations are great, the flaws are awesome. This would have been the best fucking class release in BDO history if they had just done it right. But you decided to make it worse instead. I hate that we have to count on arrogant pieces of shit who think we don't know anything. They think they know what we want better than we do. Anyway, before my final rant, let me show you what mobile did to this supposed masterclass of a class. Quick disclaimer. I didn't spend too much time digging around the mechanics of BDO Mobile, but I think I have a pretty good understanding of how it works since I did play the BDO Mobile version in the past. And honestly, what I'm about to show you is going to make you even more angry at PvE. First things first, you don't need to hit anything to fill up the gauge. Just casting skills starts to fill it up. Look at this. You see this yellow gauge? It's currently filled. This is not BSR. Pay close attention here because every time I kill a mob, the timer resets. This is Lux Exoluta, aka light mode. And here's the kicker. I can pretty much stay in this mode as long as I continue killing mobs, meaning I don't have to think about this mode running out while grinding. Let that sink in for a second. The mobile version solved the biggest problem with Seraph on PC, the constant frustrating downtime between transformations, and they did it perfectly. On the top here, you can see the blue and red buffs. The blue one is BSR and the red one is the ultimate. That's the 200% in our desktop version. Now look at the skill window. Here I can choose which mode I would like the class to switch to, light or dark. By toggling the primal sacred power skill, I choose forms. On is dark mode, off is light mode. It's that simple. You are not locked out of an entire kit. You are not forced to reset your character to try the other playstyle. You just toggle it, like every other sensible game design decision would allow. Now, let's look at dark mode. As you can see, the power fills up pretty quickly and I can already start grinding with dark mode. And here's something that's going to piss you off even more. I can also dash multiple times in dark mode, something we cannot do in the desktop version. The mobile team understood that both forms need mobility. They understood that locking basic movement behind one form is terrible design. But somehow, the PC development team missed this completely. Transformation system and your combat resources work independently. You are not cannibalizing your main damage resource just to play the actual class you rolled for. And that's pretty much it for the mobile version of Seraph. So let me get this straight. A mobile game has better class design, better resource management, better form switching, better mobility balance, and a better overall gameplay loop than the flagship PC version? How? How does this happen? How does the mobile team understand this class better than the main development team? This is disappointing. This is embarrassing. This is proof that playerbase either doesn't care about the PC version anymore, or they genuinely have no idea what makes their own game fun. The mobile version shows us exactly what Seraph could have been, should have been, and that makes the PC release hurt even more. playerbase, you have no idea how your own game works. You have no idea what fun means. You are ignorant, arrogant, disrespectful, and a bunch of liars. I'm sick of this shit. Fix this. Rework this. Make this right, goddammit. Admit you are wrong. Admit you don't know shit and actually start to listen. You get 1,000 bad comments, but you focus on the 100 good comments that copium addicts leave. Then you put out some bullshit graphs and try to explain that you have some sort of fucking data that proves that this is what we want. No, it's not. Get your shit together. You are killing this game and it hurts, for fuck's sake. It really hurts. And I hate everything about you, PA. I hate what you stand for. I hate your faces. I hate your decisions. I hate your comments about everything. What do we need to do, huh? We've been yelling, screaming, cursing, swearing, appreciating, forgiving, coping, hoping. What else do we need to do in order for you to actually listen and give us something good? I really don't know what else to say. Just fix it and get back to work. This is not acceptable. Cheers, guys.